Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to the preview for the first game of 2023. I hope you're all very, very well. New year, everybody. New year. Excuse me, I've got hiccups all of a sudden. Hope you're all doing okay. Hope all your families are well and you are looking forward. I'm sorry about the hiccups. Yeah, I hope you're just all excuse me, having some nice relaxing time with your family, and there's going to be over 2,000 at the game tomorrow. I am so sorry about the hiccups. I'm so sorry. Over 2,000 City fans at the game tomorrow, and they're doing pay on the day as well. So hopefully that will bring a bit of an uptake in tickets and how many have been sold after the win against Birmingham. Hopefully there's a bit of a change. There. I can confirm, Ben, I am going to Wigan tomorrow. Of course, I was never going to miss this one. It's a ground I've never been to, and so it's a ground tick, and we're playing better football now. We're unbeaten since the World Cup. Yeah. Fantastic. I just want to double check that that statement I made. We are unbeaten since the World Cup, aren't we? Yeah. We're unbeaten since the since the World Cup. I couldn't make it to Birmingham because the weird timing between Christmas and New Year. Yeah. Again, I can only apologise about the hiccups. Yeah, really looking forward. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it tomorrow. And then we've got the FA Cup. I'm doing all 5 games in January. So you lot have got a whole load, of Matchday vlogs coming your way. I'm doing all 5 games. The 4 in the league, plus the 2 in the FA Cup plus the 1 in the FA Cup, plus the 2 away days. Yeah. I'm looking forward to January. I've got my first driving lesson later in the month. It's my birthday. This month is going to be a great month. And we are going to get 10. We're going to get 9 or 10 points out of 12 in the league. I can feel it. I can just feel it happening. Again, I apologise about the hiccups. I'm so sorry. We should have a certain Mr. Lewis Perry coming on. I saw him just in the bottom of my screen down here, just before I clicked go live, but he had no camera, so I assume he's got technical issues on his end. Excuse me again. I'm 17 in Jan, mate. I did my GCSEs in the summer, remember? 17 in Jan. I've got my theory test actually the day after my birthday. So my birthday's on the Friday, then we play Huddersfield on the Saturday, and I have my theory test early morn. So I've for God's sake, I've been reading my highway code, doing a bit of revision. Yeah. And then I've got mock exams as well, already. Yeah, so I've got a busy month, but it's going to be a good month. So don't expect a preview on. Again, I'm sorry. Don't expect a preview on the 13th of January because I'll be out eating nice food. That's just the reality of it. What coach am I on? I'm driving. I'm not driving. I can't drive yet. Hence why I'm saying I've got my first driving lesson later in the month. But My dad is driving. We're leaving at about 11 o'clock from our house tomorrow. Yeah, idiot threw a smoke bomb. Yeah, I know about that. Just if you're gonna get a pyro, it's fine. Don't just throw it about though. Yeah, just bit of sense. Lewis has just texted. He's communicating with StreamYard regarding his camera in an attempt to fix it. He'll be on soon. So in his absence, I'll have a quick look through chat because I've been quite negligent of chat in these first, 6 minutes. So let's get cracking. Lewis did comment at 10 o'clock this morning though. Happy New Year. Hi Ben. David Miller, and then I assume that's Myler, top 5 Hull players of all time. He's my top 1, my favourite ever player. Excuse me. And I haven't read as much of this as I'd have hoped to yet, but I hope to get this signed one day. I was close. I made the steps to get an interview with Dave at the back end of last season, but the people who it was going through just couldn't put it together. But hopefully this year is the year, especially with things I've got planned with like other external companies. Hopefully I get to sit down and chat to David Myler soon, man. He's my absolute idol. I love him so much. How you doing, Ollie? All right, pal? Chloe, hi, Joe. Hope you're good. Went to Birmingham on Friday. It was brilliant. Can't wait for Wigan. Happy New Year. Ben. Evening, Max. Hope you're well, pal. Are you going to Wigan or not, mate? Excuse me about the hiccups again, for God's sake. We have to admit, though, we're getting battered by Fulham if they put out a good side. Oh, yes, we are. But I think we'll put out a strong side regardless. I think Tim will go in goal. But other than that, I think it'll be a pretty much full team. I think Louis Coyle might come in. Figs maybe. But apart from that, I think it'll be a pretty much full strength team. Well, thank you, Ashley. Thank you very much. Well, yeah, true. You're not allowed to have them. If someone threw them on the pitch, yeah. So, honestly, there's such a cold picture of Seri, just picking it up or with him in his hand, shaking with Oscar. Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So nice to see the defense getting the passing around the back right. Went long when we needed to, kept it at the back when we needed to. It was brilliant. I am indeed going to Wigan, mate. Can't wait. Easy 3 points. Oh, well, you never know, mate. See you at Wigan. Get us around the Stellas. Ollie, mate. Not going to happen, pal. If I don't get served, you definitely won't get served. Happy New Year. Thank you, Martin. And shout out to your friend, Martin. Shout out, Martin. Hope you're well, buddy. What's up? Seri's so good. Seri is incredible. My granddad said he appreciated Oscar helping the defence too, that Liam brought the team to help each other. Yes. Yeah. Liam Rosina has got us working, man. Crack open a tinny at Wigan. No. I don't drink. I'm underage. So, a few of my mates who do, but, is what it is. Lewis, I can see you, pal. Don't worry. I'm just going to rattle through team news and then I'll get you in. So on to team news then. Louis Coyle foot and Dokan Sinek back. Both missed the 1-0 win over Birmingham with their respective knocks. Both will be assessed prior to the trip to the DW Stadium. Benjamin Tete, hamstring, and Adama Traore, hamstring/Achilles, are on track for mid to late January returns. Tete, Traore, and Josh Emmanuel, James Scott, Traore, Tete, and Josh Emmanuel, all remain unregistered. Demetrius Pelkas with his knee problem, Nathan Baxter with his ankle problem, Salah Uladam Hand with his groin problem, and Vaughan Cover with his knee injury are all still absent. But other than Louis and Dokan, there are no fresh injury concerns. Glad that Cynic was out through injury. Wouldn't be happy if it was voluntary from Liam. Yeah, very true. Well, iconic quote from me there. Do I think we'll beat Fulham? Let's focus on this game first. The words FA Cup cannot be mentioned anymore because we need to focus on Wigan. Lewis, welcome back from the States, pal. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, I'm good, but I'm not because, of course, I don't go to Birmingham with a bloody win. No, my luck. I'll go tomorrow. We'll lose.
Well, it's going to be a tough game, Wigan with a new manager, but they're not
It
playing
should be tough.
well, are they?
I'm not going to say it should be easy, but it should be to an extent that we should win this. There's no arguments about we should win it.
We should win it, exactly. But what works to our advantage is in their last game. I'm not sure if this is due to injury or anything like that. Josh McGuinness wasn't picked.
I don't care. I don't care. He can be picked. He's not scoring, is he? Let's be honest. Look at him.
Well, very true.
Well, it's Hull, to be fair, so he might turn up on that against us.
Right then. Have I put StreamYard on or is it just for Lewis? No. If I remove Lewis, look, it's still there. It's just a little bit less noticeable. But when I put Lewis back on,
I can try and make it a bit more less visible if I do that makes it more. You can remove that. You can remove that top bit.
Yeah, but I'm not paying.
I don't think you need to pay to remove that, do you?
No, I've just clicked it. Upgrade to the basic plan to replace the StreamYard logo with your own. Basic, $20 a month. No thanks.
Definitely don't pay that.
Yeah. Definitely not. Well, good to know you're watching anyway, Martin. Am I a grandpa? Well, considering we were having a discussion about my first driving lessons and that I did my GCSEs last year, I don't think I actually have children who have had children. It is just a name for the time being.
I don't think I did, Ben. I did.
Is that my cousin or something? What elaborate, Ashley, elaborate.
Are you going tomorrow? Just
yes,
a question.
Of course.
Is your dad taking you or are you going by the good old coach?
Man, me and my dad are going.
Fair enough. There'll be chaos at the car park tomorrow. 28k. What is it? Like something super like 28 coaches.
The minimum.
Ridiculous.
I'll have a look. No, Lewis is not the Hull boy.
No, that's not me.
However, though, what you're talking about, Marcus may have been next to you. Is Martin related to me? I don't think so. But no, Lewis and Marcus are different people. They have been I have been with them both outside the stadium at the same time before.
Yeah, I don't do vlogs. Let's just say that.
Well, I
want to plan it anyway, so I couldn't have.
Well, true, but I don't think you and Marcus sound very much alike. Marcus is he's quite thick Yorkshireman accent, isn't he? You're a little bit less thick Yorkshireman.
Yes, because I'm not born around it. For starters.
Anyway, let's get back to where we were going.
Yes.
So, away travel. That's what I was going to look at.
It's something ridiculous, like 28 coaches.
Oh,
isn't
it's
it?
gone off.
Yeah, it went off. Oh, shoot. Well, that's me not going to Sheffield then.
Unless
Unless my dad can take me.
hang on. Right, let me log in and see if it's only open to members at the moment.
No, it's definitely been taken off. But that's when I checked. I'm pretty sure it was 28.
Yeah, it's still sold out.
That's me not going to Sheffield then if I could possibly went. Unless my dad can take me. But my dad hates it there after last time.
What the chaos that
Last season, because we was literally right next to it. We were literally right next to it. What happened, and yeah.
A lad I used to go to school with, he went and he still, I think he still has a seat from the Bramall Lane away end under his bed.
Could have been mine because mine did get snapped. And then for the rest of the game, I was just stood there panicking, like, for fuck's sake, if they say it's me that snaps in, I get a fucking bang, even though it weren't me.
Yeah, God. It's
That
a
was
small
chaos.
end, isn't it, at Bramall Lane?
It's cramped. It is quite cramped.
Great.
It's not. It's because like obviously we're lower tier and never been tier above it, so it's a bit straight. It's like Forest sort of thing, and like maybe the
Forest away end is shite.
Yeah, I wasn't ideal, was it? But yeah,
What
that was a fun day.
What seats did I book for my account? Purchase history. What seats did I book? Well, what row anyway?
What for?
For Sheffield United, because if I'm right at the back,
if you're right at the back, enjoy. Your view is gonna be dreadful.
If I'm near the back, I'm in the mud. Usually I go sort of like halfway, because then I still stand and get the atmosphere.
I'll send you a picture on Instagram where I was last season for it.
Right. DVLA. Nope. Deleted items. And then City one. PayPal. To Hull and back. Merry Christmas from Hull City. Where's my booking confirmation email gone? When did tickets go on sale?
That was me last season at Sheffield.
Let me have a look.
I think that was Row. I'll try and find the booking confirmation. Actually, I'll find my ticket. That's what I'll do.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Ow!
Right, I apologise that the stream has sort of gone on a massive tangent here. I'll bring it back round in just a second.
That was me on Row O. Row O last season.
Right, there it is. There's my booking confirmation. What row were you?
Oh.
Row O. Oh, I'm row H. I'm fine.
Yeah. I need to speak to my dad now about whether he can take me then. Yeah, they hate it there, so
I'm fine. Let's bring it back.
Let's take you back to Wigan and not Sheffield.
Pardon?
Let's take you back to Wigan and not down the road.
Let's bring it back to Wigan. Martin says Cola Torre isn't that bad of a coach.
He's shocking from what it seems at the minute.
Can't go to Sheffield United, but I've been to Watford, Birmingham, and you went to Watford. Wow, nice. Score prediction, you've got to keep watching for that, Jack. You know how these work by now. I lost out on Tiger Travel getting trains. I'm hoping strikes don't screw me over.
Ooh, yes.
What row am I at Wigan? I think I'm row L. Joe, if I see it, yeah, totally can. That goes for anybody who sees me out and about. I'm happy to do pictures, autographs, that sort of thing. I'm totally fine doing that.
I'll try. I'll stay in touch with you and see what about you are. Because we'll be there for like 12:30 or 1. Because we're leaving at 10:30. It's only like an hour and 45 on the road.
Yeah, it's an hour and 45, 2 hours.
Oh, yay, when it's summer. I hate time time for that. I actually hate that. I hate time.
You won't even stop, will you?
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Because we only stopped for 10 minutes for Preston because the driver wanted to piss in a cig.
I doubt we'll stop at Wigan. I doubt it.
Because you were on my coach for Preston, weren't you? And
Yeah. But I doubt it.
Martin, as Ben says, it's an away game.
Under who? Liam. Who's Liam?
Anyway, let's get making some progress, shall we? So the referee tomorrow is Jeff Eltringham. The two liners are Daniel Leach and Mark Stevens. The fourth official is Tom Parsons. If we move over to stats, these are taken from our last game against Birmingham, where we had more of the ball. But, the shots, they're pretty even in the grand scheme of things. Still under the 2 on target, but we're still creating the chances, and that's a positive. I want to look at crosses, though, because, 20 crosses. We had a lot of balls into the box from deep that were either cut out or just we didn't get on the end of. And then defensively, we had less to do than they did. But in terms of clearances, when it came, it went, which is not too bad at all. Cheers, Joe, best YouTuber in the world. Oh, cheers, pal. Thank you. We're going to just shock it in general, Lewis. They were under Liam Richardson and they are under Colo Torre. I think 3-1 tomorrow, says Martin. Estupinian 2 and Tufan with a scream at Wilkie Wigan. Joe, because I have a YouTube channel, can we do a collab? Yeah, totally. If you just send me a message beforehand, I can send you the link. Because after what happened a couple of weeks ago, where Astrid Wett's naked breasts were put on screen, I'm not just putting links out in chat again. That's a risk I'm not willing to take.
Quite a few things happen when you put things in there.
Well, yeah, and we had
the stream
come on and scream the N-word down the microphone.
Yep, that, and then
that was the whole thing. And then I got the message from him afterwards saying, Can you please delete it? Can you please get rid of it?
I can blow it, but that's what I can do.
I put some goofy music over it. My lord.
Oh, that was a strange stream. Let's say that.
Wasn't it just? Ben, you can message me on Instagram, on Twitter, or you can just Instagram and Twitter are the ones that you can message me on. Really, my links to them are both down in the description, I believe. If not, they're in the description of any of my other videos. So you can just message me on there, and that goes for anybody. If you want to ever get in contact with me on Instagram, at old_grandpa.joe and on Twitter, old_grandpa.joe. Give us a follow. Yeah. Oh my God, he was so worried about it at school. Was he? Oh, Ashley.
I'm not surprised.
Send me a little bit more information, please, pal. You know what, Ashley?
I'm not surprised with that. He literally screamed it on my YouTube video. I what to expect to happen.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was an incident. I don't have Snapchat, mate. I had it, but I didn't use it, so I got rid. Score tomorrow, Martin. You have to wait right until the end for that, mate. Ben Tete, he's back in training. I think he'll be back sort of end of the month, if I was to put a guess on it.
Will he even get registered? Because obviously, it looks like Simons is going. It looks like Vale is going. Scott's been given the green light. Randall's been given the green light. So they've been given the green light. There's still a Dharma to be registered. And a load of other players. And we do have a few getting added as well. And I know he is going to reduce the squad as well as add a few less than what he gets rid of. But there's still not going to be enough spaces. So he's in a bit of a predicament on who he registers and who he actually leaves out for the rest of the season.
Well, what I think might happen is I think Brandon Fleming might go out on loan.
Oh, please no.
I reckon Elder might go.
If Elder
So
goes,
if Fleming goes out on loan and Elder goes, plus Randall
Elder
Williams,
goes, we need to keep Fleming.
plus the
Unless
two
we bring
Chelsea
someone in.
boys, that's 5 who are registered going. If we register Tete, Traore, plus another 2 or 3 signings,
There's 2. Oh,
and there's
2
still
already
space
close.
for one more in that.
Because there's 2 close, isn't there, at the minute? There's one that's close, but a little bit further away.
So to summarise what I've said there, I think we'll register Tete, Traore, and 2 or 3 new signings, and leaving Vale, Simons, Elder, Fleming, and Vale, Simons, Elder, Fleming, and Randall Williams. That's 5 for 5, and that still leaves us with 1 extra registration space. So we could maybe register Josh Emmanuel as well if we think he might be.
I've seen something about that. He's looking for a move.
Yeah, I remember reading the same thing. But will it be a loan or a permanent, do you reckon?
I'm hearing permanent.
Interesting.
That's what I'm hearing.
Very interesting.
And what I've seen, I don't remember. It was somewhere on Twitter. I don't remember where. I've seen it somewhere. I don't remember exactly where I saw it though.
About what?
Emmanuel.
It was Daily Mail. It was Baz Cooper.
Yeah.
Ashley's just reiterated that in chat.
Yeah.
Not on TikTok. I've got an account. Don't use it. Head, we're after that foreign centre half Porteous or someone like that. They are the rumours, but Rosenior has shut them down.
Is there any names that haven't been shut down that's actually floating? Because obviously he wants that Malcolm
Ebiowei.
Him, yes. That's the only name floating, and there's 2 that's close and 1 that's close, but not as close as them 2.
Just hold on. Coxey, Rosenior, he's looking to fill out the registration spaces, plus our under 21 guys like Aliyah, like Lotatala, Will Jarvis, and people like that. But he wants to flesh out and get rid of the players we haven't got registered either, because they are effectively just an extra bit of baggage being carried along.
Yeah, true.
Rosenior needs 3 players in minimum. Get Lewis Potter back on loan. We don't need Keno. Lewis Potter does not get back in this team now, I think.
Well, he gets into it, but we won't sign him.
No, I genuinely don't see where there's space for him. Do you think we've got Dodo? Ryan Longman's a favourite. We're bringing Ebiowei in. There's still Aliyah. Doherty's played out there. Pelkas to come back. Salah to come back. Traore to come in. Tete, he's going to come back, and he played wide earlier in the year. Plus Will Jarvis, plus Jim Sims, plus Josh Hines. Where does he go?
To be fair, if you think about it that way. Jeez.
And if he's only on loan, what's the point in us just being a stopgap for him for half a season before he goes back to Brentford?
I think it was on Hull Live again about another midfielder. Yay.
Yeah, we don't need another midfielder. I remember reading the same.
I've heard him seen it 1-to-1. He wants another midfielder.
Why do we need another midfielder, though?
We don't.
We don't. We simply do not. You think in terms of central midfield? Look, I've got squad list here. Ozan. So
unless Ozan's going. But he's saying he doesn't want to lose him, and nothing's came through yet.
Alfie Jones can play defensive midfield for starters. Tufan, Doherty, Sal as a centre mid, Woods, Traore as an attacking midfielder. Pelkas can play centrally. Seri, Slater, Callum Jones. Still got Xavier Simons here. We've got Ollie Green coming through. Harry Lovitt coming through. Harry Wallace coming through. Got Harry Wood here. Macaulay Snellgrove out on loan. We don't need another one.
I think it was where I saw it somewhere. I did see that he wants one. Don't know why though. We need a centre back.
Ashley summarises it fantastically. No more midfielders. Simons was a bigger waste of a signing than Matt Smith or Liam Walsh. Agreed. Why are they playing Greaves in the wrong position? Well, Rossini said that is due to when he came in, there was a problem, and Ollie's mentioned it there. There is a problem that we can't defend set pieces very well, and we're not very good at attacking them either. So Rossini wanted more height. And Greavesy, he's capable going forward, so he played left back, and it allowed us to have a third centre back in a back four. So that's why he did it. And he said that, look, I understand Brandon's been unfortunate because he's training really well, but it's a move I had to make, and it's a move I still have to stick with for the time being.
But if he's training well, but you have to stick with Greavesy, surely you just kick Elder out and just put Fleming on the bench.
Well, that's the debate, eh? But we're going to make some more progress now. We're on to head-to-head battles for Wigan, looking at their team. Their last game started with a 4-2-3-1 with Jamie Jones in net. Their back four was Captain Tendai Darikwa with... where's Hughes? Where's the bloody hell is Hughes? Not a clue. But they had Hughes and Tilt at centre-back with James McLean at left-back. Max Power started alongside Tom Naylor in the midfield. Max Power, you might remember in that game, it's been on Twitter, he managed to hit a free kick into a one-man wall.
Wow.
I'll leave you with that. Then they had Callum Lang on the right, Taylor Arsgaard on the left with Will Keane behind Ashley Fletcher. No room for Josh McGuinness in the 18. That's astonishing, isn't it?
Let me see what Flash says. Yeah, Flash just generally have it down as not in the squad. Nothing about injury. Says what he needs to know.
Well, and with Colo Torre in charge, the new manager Bounce clearly hasn't worked in Josh McGuinness's favour. We'll move on to the form guide then, looking at current form. And we'll look at City's first, unbeaten since the World Cup, 4 draws and a win against Birmingham, drawing 0-0 with Watford, and 1-1 with Sunderland and 1-1 with Blackpool, and then beat Birmingham 1-0 last time out before the World Cup. A 2-1 win over Reading, and then we had 2 draws as well during the World Cup against Istanbul Başakşehir and Trabzonspor. Wigan, since they returned from World Cup action in their 4 games, a draw against Millwall, then defeat to Sheffield United, and then 2 4-1 defeats in a row to teams from the North East. First with Middlesbrough, and then with Sunderland.
Both at home, aren't they?
One was away, one was at home.
Still.
Yeah, well. Ollie reckons we're conceding tomorrow. There's problems back there. But to say what you say there, Paul, all we need is experienced, strong centre-half, and Fleming starts every game off to the playoffs. The Fleming and Cynic link-up down that side would be incredible because it is just pace and effort for 90 minutes. But Sean McLaughlin has come in, and it's no coincidence that defensively we look so much more assured with him in there.
Haven't we said that all season though? Like we said that since last season.
Sean is class.
But Shotter didn't see it.
No, Shotter saw
it. I think Cassini wanted to see it, but wanted to stick with what Shotter was doing for the first few games and then go to his own ideas, which then he brought Sean in, and it's worked a treat since. But haven't we said it since the start?
Say that again, mate.
Right. Shotter never saw it for the first, half of the season. Well, while he was here.
This season, Shotter never saw that Sean was the man.
Which I don't get when he saw him last season. And we looked so much
Had
better.
one bad game last season. Sean had one bad game last season.
And that was who was that?
Bristol City.
But didn't everyone?
Yeah. All the players were on the beach that day.
Yeah, let's say that. But then I think Cassini wanted to stick with what Shotter was near enough doing until he saw it, and then he thought, right, we need to start then height into his team. And he knew that Figs was shite, so he thought, I'll pass on you and I'll put Sean in instead of you. So it's anything we need to know.
Right decision, all in all. But our clean sheets this season: Preston, Millwall, Watford, Birmingham, all good sides. Yeah, Millwall, Watford, good sides. Preston, they're an organised championship unit, but they're now special. And Birmingham are, awful.
But Birmingham are deep. This season, they're okay.
Yeah. Birmingham, though, they are staring back down the barrel of that 20th place finish, which forever haunts them. And speaking of which, that was a nice segue, don't you think? League table. Birmingham getting ever closer to that 20th place that they adore so much and have done last year. And they didn't do it the year before, but did they do it the year before that? Yes, they did. The year before that, they were 19th. Year before that, they were 19th. You see, they've
always been in that area. Let's say that.
Well, apart from
that season,
when they were 10th. But ever since Gary Rowett left, they've loved 19th and 20th. But we are, I think that's 4 points clear of the relegation zone and only 8 points outside the playoffs. With a game in hand. We can cut that to 5 points outside the playoffs.
And potentially go down to 2.
And then we can extend that gap on the relegation zone, which is a nice bit of comfort to have. And in terms of games tomorrow, I'm not actually that sure who plays. Is it only us?
No, there's about 5 or 6 of us. I think.
More, isn't there? Certainly there's more. Yeah, there's quite a few more actually. So
there's 7 games.
The gap getting drastically cut.
Yeah, there's 7 games tomorrow.
So we'll have a look back at that. Blackburn in the early kickoff today scored the first goal of 2023, beating Cardiff 1-0. Bradley Dack scoring. A very lucky goal, I hear. And then Blackpool drew with Sunderland today. I did not expect that one to happen. Coventry and Bristol City drew 1-1 as well. Millwall beat Rotherham 3-0. And Luton, Reece Burke late on, saved us. Did us a right favour by beating Huddersfield there. Cheers, Reece. Luton won 2-1 there. But tomorrow, the games are us versus Wigan, of course. 3 o'clock kickoffs, these are. Birmingham versus Middlesbrough. Norwich versus Watford. That'll be a good game. Stoke versus Preston. Swansea versus Burnley. And West Brom versus Reading to end the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Then 8 o'clock kickoff is QPR versus Sheffield United. So if we look back at the table, Norwich Watford, best case scenario there is a point. Because then that gap to the playoffs gets a little bit smaller. Birmingham Middlesbrough, we ideally Even though Middlesbrough are above us, we need them to beat Birmingham. So then we
Which
climb up the league.
They will do
We
that.
need, Stoke versus Preston. Again, best case scenario is a draw, really. So then we can close in. Swansea, Burnley. We need Burnley to do us a favour there, and I think they will. In terms of closing up to Swansea in 12th at the moment. West Brom, Reading. Please, Reading. In fact, no, draws best case scenario there. West Brom have accelerated away from us, haven't they? And then Sheffield United, I think, should beat QPR fairly comprehensively.
Not really. West Brom are only 5 points. No, 6 points. No, wait. 5 points ahead of us, and Reading is 6. West Brom are 5.
Yeah, Reading are a place above them.
So probably a draw would be helpful there.
I said best case scenario. Probably I was like, please Reading, then correcting myself because I remember the table.
But yeah, I think Watford lose tomorrow.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, João Pedro's injured, isn't he?
How Pedro's out for like 5-6 weeks.
A player other than João Pedro hasn't scored.
Well, how Pedro's out for what? 5-6 weeks. I hate going off the last game, but they just got smacked 4-0. Norwich have sacked, obviously, Smith now. So they're looking probably going to start looking better. So I can't see anything but Watford winning, if I'm being honest. I expect them to lose.
I hope Norwich go for Steve Bruce.
That's who they've been in contact with.
I know. That's why I say it, because if they get Steve Bruce, then down the league the Canaries go.
Oh dear. He's past it.
He is. He's had his time, hasn't he? Let him put his feet up. Memorable match now then. We're going to finish off these sort of segments. Need I say more?
Oh, for God's sake.
Kind of made my career.
Right, it's been fun, Joe. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, you've just got PTSD now, haven't you?
Yes. I remember sitting at home watching it on the TV, and I remember I was 6-0. I rang my dad and said, "Can I please turn this off?"
Oh, God. 8-0 it was on the 14th of July, 2020 at the DW Stadium after lockdown. Wigan opened the scoring within the first minute. Cal Naismith scored the opener. Then Kieran Dowell grabbed 2 in quick succession. And then just after that, they scored another 2 very swiftly after each other as well. Those 2 braces from them split by a goal by Jamal Lowe. It was 7 at half time. Joe Williams scored in the 45th plus 1th minute.
Oh, wait. No, it can't have been then. It might have been when it got to 8-0, I turned it off.
And then Kieran Dowell made it a hat-trick with his 65th minute goal to seal the deal. Our team that day was George Long in goal. Back 4 was Matthew Pennington, Reece Burke, Jordi Device and Callum Elder. Midfield 3 was George Honeyman, John Torral and Leo da Silva Lopez, with Bowler and Wilkes the wingers and McGuinness through the middle. The bench was Matt Ingram the goalkeeper, Ryan Tafazoli, Kevin Stewart, Dan Batty, Tom Eaves, Angus MacDonald, Sean McLaughlin, Keane Lewis Potter and James Scott, with Grant McCann in charge. I tell you what though, I wish we could do this now and have such a huge bench. Because with our squad depth, that could really play to our advantage.
Yeah. I love that.
Okay, I didn't get an answer from Lewis there. But, well, it's what it is. The Irish guy, the players who lost 8-0 to an almost defunct club deserve to spend a week in a Vietnamese prison camp. My God. He predicted us to finish second the next time we were in the championship. And he reckoned at the start of this season, Avaladze would be sacked by Christmas and we'd have Tony Pulis in charge.
I'm back.
He's back. What did you make of the
sister's
statement about having such a large subs bench again? Because it had helped with because we've got such good squad depth.
I think it'd definitely be more helpful because obviously, not only because of our squad depth, but because obviously we have 5 subs, and if we only have it down to 7,
It gives teams a wider pool to pick from, doesn't it?
yeah, rather than having, because usually with the bench, if it's if it's the same 11, it's very rare you see somebody drop off the bench unless it's injury reasons.
But let's say, for example, when he comes back, Traore doesn't make the bench for whatever reason, yet we need that sort of we need some creativity in the game, and we've brought on players from the bench who haven't been able to offer that since they've come on. That's where it could work to our advantage. Bring on another creative player. And you think it'd give more opportunity for someone like Fleming to get on the pitch?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I
will
preferred
work
it when we had more on the bench. Obviously, I know we only ever had 5 subs, so the 5 we'll get anyway. So it's not like you're adding more to that. But
And
I think when it's just
the advantage this season, it would have worked to the advantage maybe of someone more like a Harvey Vale or a Xavier Simons, and maybe to someone like a Jim Sims right after they came back from Turkey, because he was training with the first team pretty consistently.
Oh yeah, I mean Jacob was obviously
Matty Jacob does every week.
Oh really?
As far as I'm aware, yeah.
Oh right, okay, so he can't be that far off then, by the sounds of things.
He's been in Matchday squads earlier this year.
Has he? I don't remember seeing him.
No, he was there on the day. I think it was Racinia's first home game.
Who was that? Who was that?
I think it was Reading.
No. Reading.
I think he was in at 1:30 with the team.
Oh, all right.
But anyway, we'll move on. Last time out, we beat Wigan 2-1 under Andy Dawson. Will Keane scored early on back at his old home. Then Pelkas and Estupinian saved us, really, and brought us back from the brink. The team that day was in goal, Nathan Baxter. Back four, Louis Coyle, Jacob Greaves, Alfie Jones and Callum Elder. Midfield 3 was Slater, Tufan and Pelkas, with Christie on the right wing, Cynic on the left and Estupinian up top. The bench, Ingram, Figueiredo, Doherty, Woods, Longman, Tyler Smith and John McHale Seri, with Andy Dawson in temporary charge at the time. The record against Wigan, all of the games fit on one page, which is quite nice. Let me get rid of that advert. There we go. So our last 5 against them, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 8-0 just creeps in, but apart from that, a 5-0 win at their place as revenge for the 8-0 in League One. And then we beat them 3-1 at home later in that season as well to clinch the title. Then we lost to them on penalties in the League Cup back in August 2021, where Deshaun Bernard skied his penalty, which lost us the game. Nathan Baxter didn't save a single one and didn't look like saving a single one. And then 5th of October, early this year, the 2-1 win, of course. We'll have a quick glance over toward shared shirts then, and then we will go into predictions and stuff like that. David Marshall is who I've selected for shared shirts. I know there are more, but like I said earlier, in the Birmingham one, I haven't had time to make second graphics just yet. But Marshall, he signed for us under Mike Phelan in 2016. He was with us through to 2019 in 67 appearances. He didn't score because he's a goalkeeper, of course. And then he left us on a free, joined Wigan, and was there for a season until they were relegated and in administration. In 38 appearances, he again failed to score. And of course, in their current squad, Wigan do have Josh McGuinness and Will. Anything to add, Lewis, before we go into my predicted team and then we do our predicted scores?
Just a win. Just get us somewhat closer. Because for all we know, we can go on a 4 or 5 game winning streak. Like we did last season. I think we got to was it 8, 9 last season? Unbeaten streak.
Unbeaten streak last season.
Was it 10 at one point?
It was that run around Christmas, wasn't it?
Somewhere along the lines. I just don't remember how many exactly got to.
It was after Barnsley, wasn't it?
Believe so.
It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only at 6.
Oh, it was only 6. I thought more than that.
No, because then we lost to Forest, didn't we?
Oh yeah, of course. That game still drew because it was not a penalty. That one, yeah.
Yeah. And then we had COVID.
Shambles.
Oh yeah, what a shambles, mate! What a shambles.
But no, if we can actually get something together, run together, beat teams out above us or around us. I said this the other night to someone else, and I'll say it again. I'm not going to say we are going to get playoffs. The most likely chance, no, we won't. But if we can get something like just together and we can just get as far up that table, it's a championship. Anything can happen. So
anything can happen. It's so tight this year.
It's so close this year. It's not like, well, barring your automatic. You may as well just say that they're going up because they probably will. But
well, yeah,
so close and anything can happen. So if we get something together, who knows? Just make sure it's just not losing streak.
Please. Anyway, my predicted 11 in Rosenior's 4-3-3. I think in goal, Matty Ingram will keep his place. At right back, Cyrus Christie. 2 centre backs, Alfie Jones and Sean McLaughlin. A left back, Jacob Greaves. Holding midfield duo will be Jean-Michel Seri and Regan Slater, with Greg Doherty a little bit further forward. On the right, Ryan Longman. On the left, Alias Syed Manesh. And then up top, Oscar Estupinian. On the bench, Timothy Lotatala, Louis Coyle, Callum Elder, Tobias Figueiredo, Ozan Tufan, Ryan Woods, and Tyler Smith. They're my thoughts. I don't think Dokan Sinik will make it because Rosenior said that that he just felt his back in training and it might be nerve damage. They're not sure, so I think they'll just take that extra bit of time to get him fully fit because we know he's had his injury troubles earlier this year.
Well, that's why. That's what he did with Coyle because I know he's on his pre-match interview. He said with players like even because it's such a tight turnaround, what he don't want to do is put him in the squad, then bring him on for the last 5-10 minutes or whatever, and he makes it worse for himself. So.
Yeah, so it's all about just because it is so intense around this Christmas period and it cools down into January. We have just got to manage it as best we can. But we've got Tete coming back. We've got Traore coming back. Pelkas will be back sort of late February, early March time. God knows when Salah's going to be back, but we can hope. And Baxter... still haven't had a time frame put on that yet. But, Lewis, what's your score prediction? Chat, get your score predictions in. If you want to tell us goal scorers as well, go for it. Get your score predictions in and we'll look through them all before we end. Lewis.
2-0 City. It's going to be a 2-0 City win. Greg Doherty going 1. And... Alea.
Doherty and Alea. Well, I can see here Paul reckons it'll be 3-1. Seri Christie and Sinik the scorers. Ben reckons 3-0. Ashley reckons 3-1. Ollie reckons 3-0 with Oscar with 2 and Alea scoring. Exotics reckons 14-0.
Please name all your goal scorers. I'm intrigued.
Will it be 14 different goal scorers?
14 bloody 14 to Oscar. He just won the Golden Boot.
Well, that would put him as Bucky's
Like
favourite.
12 hands.
Adam Bowler says 2-0 Oscar and Longman. Tiger Lair reckons 3-0 and Ingram will score.
You wish. We
That's
wish.
bold. For me,
I had 2 headers. Even in the 93rd minute or whatever.
yeah, we
So
send him up from a corner. My lord, that's a bold prediction and a half. Long kick from Ingram to repent for his Blackpool terror.
Oh,
Jeff
God.
says 3-1, Oscar with 2 and Regan Slater bagging. Georgia says 2-0 with McLaughlin and Longman in the on the score sheet. What did I say? That's what I said. 2-0, I reckon. I think Aliyah will bag, and I also think we might see a cheeky little goal from Sean McLaughlin. But we'll soon find out. We've got less than 24 hours to go until the game. I hope to see a lot of you there. Ethereum US says 3-0 Oscar, Aliyah and Longman. Saul says 4-2 Oscar with 2, Greaves and 2 Fan.
Oscar 1, Ingram and 3, Slater 6, McGinnis 4 and goals.
That is bold. That's the 14 that are going to score. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very, very much for your contributions, Lewis. I shall see you very, very soon. I'm glad you are back from the States, all safe and sound. I'll see you all tomorrow for a match day vlog. It's going to be good. There's going to be a lot of people there. I hope it's going to be a brilliant, brilliant away end. Yeah, good stuff. I hope to see a lot of you there. Make sure to tune in. And yeah, up the Tigers. Goodbye.